What is up, rockers of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow rocker here, ex-Rockerman X. I am here right now with my WWE Royal Rumble 2016 predictions. I almost forgot I was doing, but yeah, WWE Royal Rumble 2016 predictions. And granted, if you guys notice, I'm in a different area right now. It's because I'm actually laying on my bed for once to record this. Because fuck it, why not? I'm too lazy to get here, my fan. I apologize. Also, just to add, if this goes up before my stream does, then I probably won't be posting a stream this week, but I will probably try to post some sort of gameplay video, just so you guys know. But anyway, yeah. As I was going to say, my WWE Royal Rumble 2016 predictions. And ultimately, I don't know what to think about this pay-per-view right now. I mean, granted, I did go to SmackDown, and that was a good to sell SmackDown, but this pay-per-view, I don't know. From the matches that I know for a fact that I got off WWE.com that are lined up, I don't really know what to think. But as for the kickoff show, we have a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. The winners, the two winners of, aka the tag team that wins, gets guaranteed spots in the Rumble match. And from what I've seen, the teams are, well, not real. One team's really weird because you got Darren Young and Damien Sandow as a team. So Darren Young, Damien Sandow versus the Dudley Boys versus the Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. And ultimately, there's probably only two teams I can see winning this, and that would be Mark Henry and Jack Swagger or the Dudley Boys. And ultimately, just because I have to go with the Dudley Boys in the story. Now moving on to the main show with the 5 matches I know for a fact are going to happen. Now, if any more matches happen, they happen. But as far as I know, there's only going to be 5 main matches because the Royal Rumble, of course, this main match is probably going to take a majority of the time, like an hour's worth. So you know. But ultimately, we got the Divas Championship match. Divas Championship match. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. And ultimately, if I had to choose who would win this one, I'm going to have to go with Becky Lynch. Why? Because Becky Lynch. Charlotte, I like her as Divas Champion. You know, she's a damn good champion at that. You know, I mean, granted, she's being escorted around too by her father, Ric Flair, as well. But ultimately, I would have to say Becky Lynch. I think it's time she at least got some sort of title under her waist. I don't know if she did it in NXT, got the NXT Women's. But I think it's time, and pretty much they can start a damn good feud between Charlotte and Becky and keep going with it, you know. I can keep going with this, and I feel like this is a good feud they can keep going with, ultimately. And I feel like if Becky wins, they can ultimately keep going with it. So, my prediction is Becky Lynch. Simple as that. Now, next match, we got the United States Championship. Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto. And I just find it fucking hilarious. And I really mean I find it hilarious that it's the United States Championship, right? I'm not trying to say it's to be racist or anything. But we got 2 Mexicans fighting over the United States Championship. Yeah. I just find that funny. I don't mean that to be racist. It's funny. But ultimately, I have to go with Kalisto winning. I mean, Del Rio's a decent champion, you know. I mean, he's with the League of Nations, though. So I feel like with him being with the League of Nations, he needs to drop the belt to Kalisto again and let Kalisto have at least a decent run with it, because I'm like, really? Kalisto won it on Raw, then I was like, oh, SmackDown, the next, literally, since we all know SmackDown's pre-taped, the next night lost championship. Granted, it was on Thursday. Granted, you don't see SmackDown until Thursday night, but the point of it is, granted, pretty much the next night or the next couple of nights, like, oh, yeah, fuck it. Let's give Alberto Del Rio the title back. Like, really? So I feel like give the belt to Kalisto, give him a decent run with it, you know. Del Rio's part of the League of Nations with Shame and stuff like that as more of a lackey boy, I feel like. So I feel like Kalisto should get the U.S. title, so there you go. now we got the next match. We got the New Day versus the Usos. And no offense, the Usos anymore? I don't know. Oh shit, I'm looking at my phone. Whoops. I mean, I like the New Day, but the I mean, I really do like the New Day. The New Day are probably one of my newer favorite tag teams, as I constantly say before. But the Usos, on the other hand, are just, I don't know. I mean, granted, with the Usos back, that is what the tag team division needs as more of a morale booster. As granted, the tag team division has kind of sucked recently without them. I mean, really, there's not even many tag teams anymore right now. It's just like, granted, they're trying to do 4-man stables, which I like, but you got the League of Nations now as a stable. You got the New Day as a 3-man stable. Usos are back. You got the Dudley Boys back. You got the Social Outcasts. So granted, the tag team isn't sucking as bad as it used to. It's actually more entertaining. Now that it's picking up a little bit, it's more entertaining. It's not just the same tag teams over and over and over again. But the Usos, I don't know. I guess they haven't stuck with me like that most people. Like, I remember at SmackDown when I went, I was cheering for the New Day. And I was cheering for the New Day, even though the Usos had Dolph Ziggler, aka Home State Boy. And even when I was cheering for the Usos, I wasn't cheering for him. I was cheering for Dolph Ziggler. So, you know. But ultimately, who's going to win the New Day versus the Usos? I'm not for sure if this is for the tag team championships, but I'm going to have to say New Day winning. Simple as that. Now we got the next match, and give me a second. Let me grab my little thing to show you that I can already tell who's going to win. I apologize for the thingy. So, as for who's going to win this match, and I already got my thing right here. The Intercontinental Championship match, aka contested under last man standing rules, we got Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. And ultimately, I already got my pick right here, if you guys can see. Right there. Dean motherfucking Ambrose. Why? Because as good champion as Kevin Owens makes, I would rather see Dean Ambrose as champion. Just because. Another home state boy would be good for Dean Ambrose to be champion. Right now, give him another run as a champion, since he hasn't had really a run since the U.S. Championship. So give him a decent run with the U.S. title. I mean, a decent run with the Intercontinental. So the last man standing match for Intercontinental Championship goes to Dean Ambrose. Now, as for the main event match, the one everybody wants to see, the Royal Rumble match. And here's where things gets a little bit interesting. Since everyone by now should already know that now the Royal Rumble match is 1 versus all for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And I should probably actually break down my note real quick. Give me a second. WWE World. Yeah, I'm actually writing this notes real quick. Give me a second. I forgot. It comes down to the point, anyway, what I was going to say. Now that it's for that, everybody should know that it's for the championship. It comes down, it makes it interesting on what can happen. You know, right now with the surprise people, you know, we've got AJ Styles possibly coming, and Undertaker could be in the Rumble, considering, you know, he had one last SummerSlam, one last Survivor Series. Granted, he's probably going to go out after this year's WrestleMania. I think they even propose, you know, give him one last Rumble and make him go out this Rumble in a good one. Whether he wins or not, which I highly doubt it, but the point of it is, give him one last Rumble, you know. Freaking, and also on top of that, we have 3 possible, well, there you go. 3 possible winners that could happen this year, and it's not just straight predictable who's going to win. Obviously, we have the obvious Roman Reigns winning and retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. We got the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, winning. But we also got the Game, Triple H. And I'm just saying, if you guys know me at all by now, you should already know who I'm going for to win this Rumble. just fucking because of out of the 3 possible winners. Brock Lesnar? No. Roman Reigns? You know, I see him more likely. You know, nah. It's going to be the Game, Triple H. Picking up the win and becoming, once again, your World Heavyweight Champion. Why? Because it's going to fucking happen. I really want it to happen too. One more title for the Game. One more Game as champion. At least one more time. It'd be nice to see. But, with those being my predictions, they probably suck. People are like, what the fuck are these? I don't know why I'm doing the Boy Scout thing, but until next time, guys, live free and rock.